Hey guys, hey. On my way to work, in this damn traffic, man. And I thought I would come on here and give you guys some of my thoughts on this whole CBC comments that have been made. Some woman from the Congressional Black Caucus yesterday stated that she, that the CBC should focus. Now, I don't know if this is true because it's the internet. Things are doctored, things like that. It's the internet, and I saw the comment where the lady basically stated something saying that, they should basically focus on, immigrants. Like we should, and I'm like, okay, she's Jamaican too. She's a Jamaican elected official, and I don't have no. Let me say this right here, first of all, and I want to get this out here on wax, if you will. I don't, honestly, guys, I don't really see anything wrong with immigrants, man. I don't have a problem. When I say I don't have a problem, I don't have a problem with non-ADOS black people, specifically Africans, Jamaicans, people from the Caribbean. I don't have a problem with them. I don't. And I think that is the thing. It's almost as if, hey, what's going on, Mr. Granger? I just want people to know that. I want you guys to know that I have no problem with our brothers and sisters from overseas, from other foreign countries, coming here and trying to make a better life for themselves. I don't have a problem with it, right? I think that's cool. Everybody else is coming here, so it's only right. Everybody else is coming here, so it's only right that other segments of the population, black segments of the world's population, get to come here just like anybody else. I have no problem with that, and I don't hate ADOS. It's almost, I made a few videos where I've went at different people, but I went at people that are non-ADOS that come here that are of African descent, that tend to, one, disassociate themselves from us. What's good, Ian? People that tend to disassociate themselves from us, people that tend to come to this country and look down on us, people that tend to come to this country and, think that they got here only by their effort and hard work, not taking into account the struggle of our ancestors, the racism, white supremacy, the sundown towns, the things that we've been through, Jim Crow, the destruction of the Freedmen's Bank, just so many different areas, raiding of the Freedmen's Bank. There's so many things that we as black Africans have had to endure in this nation that I think people just take for granted. And people just take for granted. They always assume we out here, half doing stuff. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's up, y'all? So, I want to make sure. I want to make sure that I put that out there, that I don't hate those guys. Okay. Not only do I not hate them, I wish them well. In fact, it's cool. I just think that when you have a group of people who will move into America, formulate their own segments of the population where they live amongst themselves, they only date themselves, they only marry themselves, they only help and employ themselves, then they may as well be white in my mind. And that isn't the case for all foreigners. There are many foreigners who are very open to doing things for the people. You know what I'm saying? That when I say for the people, for black people, they come in this country and don't mind intermingling, intermarrying, dating, whatever, right? That's not who I usually am referring to when I don't know what the hell happened today, but this traffic is horrendous this morning. But anyway, those aren't the people I'm really making a real push against when I make a lot of my videos. A lot of my videos I make are pretty much centered towards, people, hey, Mo Solomon, what's going on? A lot of my videos aren't centered towards them. I know a lot of Jamaicans, for example, who you might as well be from America. First time here. Thank you for wisdom. Okay, you Jamaican. Okay, Mo. Okay. You know what I'm saying? People need to stay their ass off the damn phone, drive. Damn. Anyway, yeah, man. Like I said, I that's something I want to say. Now, this CBC comment, if it is actual fact, which I would not be surprised. Mo Solomon, you married to a 756. That's Virginia, I think. 757. Okay. Oh, that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of these guys, especially Jamaicans, come here and they married and they cool. Some Haitians, they cool. But a lot of times there are a lot of non-ADOS immigrants that come to America and have a total disdain for us as a people. They have a total lack of respect for our struggle. They call us lazy. They do certain things like that. And for a congressional black caucus, a woman that's elected to the United States Congress, to actually get up and say something like that, it really balls me, man. Like, it really pisses me off, in other words. Because at the end of the day, like, for example, I'm gonna give you guys an example. My brother, right? My brother is an avowed Christian, right? He doesn't curse, he doesn't drink, he, is at church every Sunday, really heavy in the Bible, always scripture this, scripture that. He ran for office. He's a Republican, obviously. I'm not saying you can't be devout and be a Democrat, but y'all know what I'm talking about. I mean, you know dang well what I'm talking about when you see some of this stuff with the Democrats, okay? Like, that's the problem. That's why certain black men are starting to lead the Democrat Party. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of things that the Democrat Party's doing is anti-God and is anti-family, and not, it's one thing to love somebody. It's another thing to let them come and force your children to think a certain way and indoctrinate your children. That is bad parenting. I hate to see parents say, I'm going to let my children make their own decisions. The world does not think like that, people. So, I mean, you need to be vigilant. You need to be mindful of the world, of Hollywood, of all the people, the small hat people that I told you about, and all the little things they're pushing. Yeah, I hope more brothers move away from the party too, Roscoe. Like I said, when I first came into my understanding of politics, I just discovered I was Republican. I love business. I like money. I'm not greedy and selfish, but I do like money. You know what I'm saying? And I want to see our people rise, man, above our situation. So what I want you guys to think about in this whole circumstance right now is, where are you financially, and how can people who, if you're trying to start a business, because I remember when I was first getting in, and I'm gonna go back to my brother in a second, but I remember when I first started flipping houses and Obama was running in 08, and I remember he got in and some of the stuff he was saying, and I just wasn't rocking with it, because I was like, ain't nobody give me a damn thing. Why do I need to pay my fair share of what? Like, I don't think I owe the government jack. I'm being honest. We as black people have paid enough. Real talk. I don't think it's fair that black people have to pay income tax at all. You shouldn't have to pay capital gains. You shouldn't have to pay a damn thing. In fact, that would actually be part of my reparations for black people. If anything, I would say you have no capital gains. Damn income tax. I bet you, like, why would you say, no, I think income tax would be better? No, capital gains would actually be better if you understand what's going on. If you try to really build intergenerational wealth, suspension of capital gains tax for all descendants of slaves for X amount of years, it ain't gonna hurt. It's not gonna hurt the federal government at all. But if you suspend capital gains tax for all African Americans, I think for the next 20, 30 years or so, in 30 years we'll be much further along economically. Because capital gains is what you pay when you flip a house. I mean, yeah, I'm for suspending both. I think income tax is illegal in the first place. So, I mean, don't get me started on that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I do think that will be a direct injection. That will be a direct injection into the black economy fast. And there's a guy by the name of what's his name? Black Patriarch. Black Patriarch has a channel, guys. Go subscribe. He has something called the Black Tax that is tax free, and deficit neutral. A deficit neutral reparations. Like I watched it and read. You have to read this stuff, but I watched it. I was like, damn, this brother brings some good points about a way that black people could actually bring themselves from out of the midst of where they are. And it'll be money put on a card or some type of way, and it'll be forcing black people to circulate their money. By a business has to be 60% black owned, and it has to accept, and then it accepts the card that the money put. I have to show it to you. It's like a 5% or some 3% or some real ridiculously low number. And every 3 years they disperse the money that was put on. Get a job for X amount of years, and they take 3%. You might get $5,000-$6,000 or something like that. I don't know what it was, but it'll be dropped on a card, and you can take that card and you can use that card in black communities, in black businesses, which will force. Yeah. Anyway, I would rather he go watch it. I think it's called the Black Tax. It's on Black Patriarch's channel. But the point I'm trying to make is going back to my brother. My brother is a city councilman. He's actually done, I think, an exemplary job in the district that he's in. He's at every neighborhood association. He answers the phone, literally has his phone routed to his cell phone. He answers every call from everybody in his district, all the elderly people calling him, talking to him every 5. He answers the phone. He goes to all the meetings. He's actually went and what did he do? He went and found my brother went and found, because what happened, the west side of town in Montgomery is dying, right? It's been dying for years. The guy that was a Democrat was just there. All the black businesses kept leaving that district. He didn't do nothing. He just sat there, right? So what happened, my brother won. So what he did was he went and rounded up, tried to get the mayor. First of all, he would always be arguing with the rest of the people in the city council because they keep wanting to give stuff downtown, and they want to keep wanting to give stuff out east to this development called East Chase. So my brother is over like an area of black, like in a black area. So he's like, man, what about this area? Anytime something comes up, they shoot it down. Anything where they can put something in an area where black people are, they shoot it down, obviously, right? So now my brother's a Republican saying this. So what he did was he went on his own dollar, own time, own volition, and went and found some retail recruiting firm that basically recruits retail companies to come into an area and basically turn it around. And there's this firm, and he sat down with a meeting. The guy flew into town. He sat down with the mayor, and they came and put their heads together. And the mayor actually saying, okay, we're going to do some revitalization for the west side of Montgomery. This is monumental from a Republican, right? So I'm getting somewhere, because I'm explaining why we deal with the CBC, right? So what happened, he's done all this, right? All I just described. And what's happening, and not only that actually he got charter schools started too. He actually went to court with the teachers union, because the teachers union fought this tooth and nail. He got charter schools accepted in Montgomery. So now Montgomery has charter schools. So all these parents, and they had 500-600 parents trying to get their kids there, just in the elementary school. 600 parents trying to get 600 applications, more than one child, some of them. So we may be talking about 700-800, who knows? What I'm saying is, yeah, this many people trying to get into the charter schools, right? This is what he's done in his first 4 years. And he's prayerful. He's like, man, if it's God's will for me to be there, I'll be there. If not, hey, I'm just serving the Lord and doing what God told me to do. I'm serving the people. I said, okay, good. Sometimes I tell him, like, man, stay off Facebook. You can't be so ultra conservative and saying the stuff you're saying with black people, because you piss black people off. You got to be mad at Trump. If not, you're a coon. One of them. This is real simplistic in Montgomery, right? So the chick running against him was talking to my homeboy Tony, that's a pastor. Well, not talking to him, but it was on Facebook, right? Going back and forth. And what happened, she basically put, and he has to go. He's a Republican, da 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 da. He said, okay. The dude said, okay, What policies has he implemented that are that are bad for the city, bad for people, bad for the people of his district? She couldn't say nothing. She said, he's a Republican, that's enough. He was like, wait a minute. First of all, the city council seat is a nonpartisan seat, Republican. What has he done that is bad for the people? He's brought in charter schools. He has retail stores shot. Literally, they've sent a list to the city, and now they're trying to recruit I think 30, 40 different retailers that aren't even in the city of Montgomery, but based on the demographics of the west side of Montgomery, where all the black people live, they got people shopping they trying to get people to come into these shopping centers. And not only that, he got the city to give some tax breaks to these people if they come, right? This is what he did. And I'm not trying to, I know this is my brother, I'm a little biased. I will admit that's because we family, right? But this is a guy, a black Republican, who's doing his job, fighting hard for the people of his district, and he's concerned. He don't know if he's gonna win because he's saying he's worked hard. He's knocked on 3,000 doors, people, in his district. Now this ain't, he's not lazy. I honestly, I respect the hell out of him because the job only paid $30,000. That's it. It's just, I mean, he makes way more than that. He's losing money because he's not hopping in a plane and flying out on Mondays and making $130, $140, $150 an hour. He's only making like 140. He got a job, he's making 140, 150. So over the last 3-4 years, he hasn't made what he normally makes. He's losing about some money. You see what I'm saying? But he's doing it because he's trying to serve his people, trying to serve the people of his district. And my thing is this, man. This ain't got nothing to do with it just because it's my brother. This is why we get the government we have. Because we're married to one party. We don't put our votes up. And so these people get up. How in the hell did a woman get elected that would even fix her mouth to say that we should only focus on non-ADOS immigrants? What the, like, who even, I mean, come on, think about that for a second. Where did this woman, this is a black woman. Yes, she's Jamaican, but she's black in America, standing on the shoulders of our ancestors. Of my mom and dad. Look, everybody, let me tell you guys why I feel the way I feel. My mom and dad did the bus boycott. I know y'all sick of me saying that. My family, my uncle went out at 16, 17 years old and organized a free taxi service for the people in Montgomery. You see, this is why I say the stuff I say, because I actually ask questions to my family members. I didn't let them go on to glory without getting that wisdom and knowledge and understanding of what they went through and what they did. See what I'm saying? You'll be surprised by some of your family members, guys, within the sound of my voice, what they did. Some of them, in a small way, participated in the struggle. If you got people from Montgomery, Alabama, man, those people started the civil rights movement. They say Emmett Till did, but I'm just saying, started when we started throwing punches and started fighting back with the civil rights movement. Montgomery. You know what I'm saying? Montgomery, and that's what I'm saying. And when I go to Montgomery and I see those people in the financial situation that they're in, the black people of Montgomery, Alabama, it really breaks my heart because these are the people, these are some powerful people, man. These people in Montgomery have went above and beyond by getting us and putting us in a position of power. You get what I'm saying? By allowing those people to come into the CBC. You gotta understand, man, back in like 1961, before any of the civil rights legislation was passed, it was like 200, 300 black elected officials in the whole United States. Right now, there are almost 5,000 black elected officials, and we don't get anywhere. And it's not just, I know everybody, well, what do you want, everybody to become Republican? No, not necessarily. However, I think if we did, if half of the black community were to become Republican, there would be an entrepreneurial rebirth in the black community. I do believe that, because part of the Republican Party is to embrace business. If you embrace, which is what the Republican Party does, then you're very low. You're for low taxes. You're pro-family. You're for most of you guys are Republican and don't even know it. You're very conservative. Most black people are. We want low tax rates. We don't want the government in our lives. We want very low government regulation, right? That's us. The only difference most black conservatives I know have is that when it comes to reparations, most black conservatives I know are for reparations, and they say, look, if they're going to spend X amount of dollars for the government, then they should spend that money and funnel some of that money into the black community. That's it. You get what I'm saying? So I'm at a point right now, guys, where I don't know. When I talk to my brother, he's very like concerned. He wants to win. Of course, I mean, that's just anybody would want to be reelected. But I mean, they going around pulling up his signs. He got integrity. He doesn't pull up their signs. He don't play dirty. My brother, he does not play dirty, man. He doesn't. You know what I'm saying? The guy that he was running against was Republican would not help black people. Black people need their own philosophy. I didn't say become Republican. Everybody become Republican. All I said was it would probably benefit were to become Republican, because part of embracing that would be embracing entrepreneurialism. That's it. I didn't say that everybody needs Republican. And you can get your own philosophy. As long as it embraces entrepreneurialism, I'm cool with that. I know a lot of people can't spit the Willie Lynch chip out to be Democrat. I get it. Some of y'all can't spit it out. You can't. And you know what bothers me? Some black people will say, I ain't Democrat, I'm independent. Every time they take their ass in there, they straight Democrat ticket. Stop it. And you think, well, I'm just voting for the lesser two evils. No, you ain't. No, you're not. You know what I'm saying? Your ass is straight Democrat. And then you mask it with, I'm just saying, but they racist, so I ain't gonna vote for them. What? Okay, all right, I don't care about you being racist. What are you doing? Let me tell you guys something. Somebody could be racist, right? Not like me, and still implement policies that I benefit from. Republicans, let's say the Republicans are racist, right? The Republicans lower the capital gains. If you are intelligent, I ain't trying to be funny. If you are a go-getter and a dog and out here trying to get it, you love that. They may not like me, but they because they wanted choice for poor black people or poor white people, right? And they want to pass like charter schools. I benefit from that. If they want to pass lower capital gains taxes, I benefit from that. That's why I was glad when Bush was in there and he dropped it down. That's why I was glad. Obama got in and raised it back up, which stifles business. Guys, this is basic economics. A lot of money went overseas. Donald Trump won the election. Money came back. I'm not saying when the money comes back, black people go to work. When Trump got in, as racist as some of y'all think he is, he scared a lot of Hispanics, a lot of Mexicans. They went back to Mexico. Guess what? Black unemployment dropped. This stuff is real simple. I'm not saying a Republican, you gotta love Trump. I'm not saying you gotta be a Republican, but you gotta see what benefits you. Sometimes, about Niccolo Machiavelli a while ago. If you understand the principles of Niccolo Machiavelli, you would understand sometimes, guys, the best thing for black people isn't necessarily what seems to be the best for black people. For example, sometimes food stamp Section 8 ain't the best thing for black folks. I know every time they have an election, they tell y'all, man, you got to go vote, man. I remember, what's that lady name? Stacey Abrams with her. I can't stand her. I can't stand Stacey. I'm so glad she lost. Let me tell you something. Stacey Abrams had got in. They was going to revamp the education system. It's going to be LGBT this, LGBT that. That lady was so strong. I think she gay, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know for sure. I think she got a gay lover. Like, that lady would have got in. I got a 3-year-old, damn it. I'm sorry. Y'all want me to vote against my principles and what I believe in and what I care about, what's important to me, just to toe some line because black people poor and Democrats want to cut checks and give us Section 8 and welfare. Let me explain something to you guys. I'm not a Republican. I'm conservative. But I'm going to tell you guys something. This is airtight. I don't care what nobody says. What I'm about to say is going to be airtight. You come in the comment section and what's up, Annie? I love Atlanta. I love this city. Anyway, let me say this. You can say what I'm about to say is going to be airtight. Nobody's going to be able to pull it apart. I know you guys think, yeah, right. Listen to me. Hear me out. Number one, let's say I give you $1,000 a month, right? Now, $1,000 a month is enough money for, let's say, no, I ain't gonna say 1,000. Let's say I give you $2,200 a month. That's in certain parts of the country, $2,200 is enough money where you don't have to work, really, right? I know guys that get disability. I know guys that were in the military that get disability from the military that don't do nothing but get high every day. That's all they do, and go to the gym and play ball. Dusty ass niggas don't want nothing out of life. You know what I'm saying? They're living on a fixed income at 35 years old. Able-bodied, grown-ass man don't want to get in there, don't want nothing out of life. I know dudes like that, right? So let me say this. So somebody gives you $2,200 a month. You're able to pay your rent, pay your utilities, and you might have a little money left over to go do whatever you want to do, right? Is that enough for you to get out here and be empowered? Is that enough? Is $2,200 enough for you to get out here and to be financially stable? Like, when I say financially stable, I'm talking about like start businesses, start loan, go in the bank and get a loan, or can you? I mean, you barely can get a loan. Barely. You might be able to get $1,000 loan, couple of $1,000 loan here and there from a payday place, but you're not really financially straight like that. You know what I'm saying? Now, you might be able to get a mortgage because you got rent and they're assuming out of that $2,200 you're going to pay that. So you might be able to get a mortgage. But $2,200 ain't enough for you to really get ahead and go to the bank and get tax returns and borrow money, right? All right. So now, why would somebody give you that? Ask yourself that. Ask yourself, and the reason I'm saying is what I just did was took the principles from Niccolo Machiavelli. Damn, quit drifting. Joker, get your ass off the phone. Damn. What you turned around for? Anyway, this Joker turned around looking crazy. Your ass up. Anyway, my bad. What's up? What's up, DC? So, but the point I'm trying to make is this, guys. It's going to take me damn near 3 hours to get to work. Damn. Anyway, this is the point I'm trying to make. If somebody is really trying to empower you, and this is the principle of the prince in Machiavelli. It says never empower your constituency, ever. The biggest thing from Niccolo Machiavelli that these Democrats use over y'all, they're using principles from Europe. They're using European principles from Machiavelli. That's why Tupac knew about a lot of this stuff. Y'all remember that movie, A Bronx Tale? A Bronx Tale was about this guy. He liked a black chick, and but anyway, he was talking to the guy C. C was talking to the guy that was over the whole little mafia thing. He was in a car. He read Machiavelli. He said, "Oh, you read Machiavelli? What's Machiavelli?" He was talking about. He said, "I was locked up," and he started talking about. That's what started me on that. It was like 1995 when I first heard about that, because I heard about it in high school, but I didn't really look at it like that. So I started kind of looking into it. Let me tell you something. The way politics works is to keep your ass needing them. This is why they keep talking about the minimum wage. This is why they got y'all fixated on the minimum wage, and they're not really talking about, okay, well, let's just fix the minimum wage to inflation and leave it alone. Why do that? It's a political football. Why would, see, that's why they won't they can fix that shit one time and leave it alone and move on to something next. That's not the thing. That's not the point. The point is to get you guys so emotional about minimum wage that you go out and vote enough money, right, that you guys can go out and vote for them. But they can't empower you, so they don't have any programs for your black men. They only have programs for black women. And I'm not begrudging the sisters. That's why they only have programs that benefit sisters. Why? Because if you empower a black man, you empower a family. If you empower a black man, and if you empower me, in a sense, and give me enough money, if you give a black man $3,000, $2,500 a month, a black man might say, shit, I go get me a woman. She got a job. She working in so-and-so, so-and-so. We put our money together. We can do this. We can do that. You get a woman, she fuck around, have kids, Section 8 welfare food stamps, and you incentivize her to have them. You give her tax returns. Look at the way this shit is built, man. The people that are efficient and are out here producing and not just popping out 40, 50 kids, they're penalized in the tax code. They hit those people. If you single with no kids, they gonna hit your ass. Why is that? But if you popping out a bunch of babies, they incentivize. If you're a single mom, they incentivize you even more. They give you all types of stuff. When it comes to being a black man, you don't have any program. Why is this? Why is it when they first came out with even to this day, man? Because y'all don't know this about me. I'm a real nigga. I tell the truth. I was on food stamps back when I lost my comedy club and I ain't had nothing. I was unemployed, looking for a job, couldn't get one, and was trying to work, waiting, struggling. I was on food stamps. I got on food stamps. I was unemployed, and guess what? I was getting $250 a month. You know what they told me? They said if you stay in a house and that household's income adds to over $1,000 a month, you can't get them. That's what they told me. This is in Montgomery County, Department of Health. I went over in there and signed up. I said, damn, $1,000? That's $250 a week. If I make over $250 a week, I can't get food stamps. Think about it. What the hell you gonna do with $250? That's way below poverty. Even in Montgomery, that's below poverty. Now, could you make it on $1,000 a month? Yeah, you could, but your ass will be. I mean, you might get your throat slit when you walk out the door. You might have to be strapped up, ready to shoot a nigga. But yeah, you could. You know what I'm saying? But why is it that they got these programs set up like this? It's chess, it ain't checkers, people. When I try to talk, when I say Republicans this, Republican, everybody get upset and emotional. Why? Because people are like, what I put up the video last night, Ayn Rand, she said people are afraid of independence. Independence is fearful to a lot of black people. That's why I said a lot of black, if half, I didn't say all, I said if half or a sizable amount of black people were to embrace the Republican principles, well, then you would have to be for small government. Small government would mean that you can't get these programs I just laid out. You can't get that $2,200 a month. What would you do? See, you a house nigga. Let's go there for a second. See, when you look at the government, and when you look at the government, look at it like a slave plantation, because the black conservatives say this, they don't really lay it out like they should. I'm gonna lay it out for y'all. Trump policies indirectly benefit black men. Yeah, they do. You want independent system, like you said. Let's go into it for a second, okay? Because I can't read that much while I'm driving. But let's say this. All right, guys. So a black man on a plantation back in the day, you got two of them. You got the nigga in the house and you got the nigga in the field. Everybody knows this, and they did have differences, right? The nigga in the house, he would eat the scraps off master's table. He had decent clothes. I mean, his guests he didn't want to have his guests over and have his slaves looking like ragamuffins. So he would dress him a certain way and stuff like that. He slept in an actual cotton bed. He had a bed, may have been in the attic, but he had an actual bed. You know what I'm saying? He lived well, right? Now, and then you had the other slave, the slave that was in the field, sleeping on hay, wearing burlap clothes, hand-me-downs, you know what I'm saying, torn up, wore out shoes if he had shoes at all, working out in all conditions in the weather, dying, a lot of them dying. It's been a lot of accidents, man. Anyway, a lot of them are dying and dealing with a lot of stuff, right? So, in certain parts of America, if you were a slave, if you made it past 3-4 years, if you made it past 25 years old, you was considered old on some of these plantations. These people have money. They'll run our ass in the ground. I've seen, go look at that thing with Henry Louis Gates. And he talked about a couple of plantations like that where people, the average life expectancy was 20, 25 years old on some of these plantations. Anyway, what I'm trying to make is this. When you look at the black situation in America, and you look at the government like the plantation, you then start to see the real dynamics of that field nigga versus the house nigga. You got to understand, see, that the house nigga wanted to stay because master gave him that $2,200 a month I told you about. He didn't get the best. He wasn't empowered. It's not like master gave the slave his own slaves and land and created wealth and gave him his own crops. He didn't do that. What he did was he gave him the scraps off his table. Not enough for the house nigga to get out and get his freedom, but just enough for the house nigga to be loyal. You get what I'm saying? Come on now, y'all got to come on in and see this thing. So What I'm saying is the black population in America today has become and is remaining house niggas. Most of us. 90%. When you see them 97% Democrat, no, that's 97% house niggas. Man, you crazy. Talk to a nigga right now. Talk to a black person during the election season and ask them why they Democrat. First of all, first thing they gonna say, I'm not saying you gotta be Republican. I'm just saying, why are we not? See, cause let me tell you guys something. If I give two people some money and I say, go to the store, I gave one guy $97, right? I told the guy for $3, go get me a Powerade. I told the guy for $97, I don't want a Powerade. In fact, I gave the guy $3 and didn't expect him to give me nothing back. But the guy that I gave $97 to, I want him to go get grocery shopping for the week so I can eat and make it through the week, right? The guy with $97 comes back with $20 worth of grocery. The guy with $3, you just gave him that. You didn't expect him to give you nothing, right? So who should you be most angry and upset with? This is why I say what I say about Democrats. We throw 97% of our support behind Democrats. So we need to talk about and examine what our loyalty to the Congressional Black Caucus and the Democrat Party has bought us for the last 75, 80 years, because we started doing this in the 1930s with the New Deal, vote majority Democrat, before the 60s, before the Southern strategy, right? So what happened, and I ain't even going to the Southern strategy, I ain't even go there. But what I'm saying is, so you got to look at it, man. The field nigga is the one that says, okay, I'm going to lead a plantation, but all I'm going to get when I lead a plantation is whatever I earn. You know what I'm saying? Whatever I earn. What do you earn? What do you earn? Like, okay, so what he's saying is, if I'm a field nigga and I lead, think about it, guys. Follow this analogy. What was given to the field nigga if he ran away? Nothing but freedom. Nothing but freedom. And you have been taught and subjugated to think that you don't have freedom, or not necessarily that you don't have freedom, that you don't have freedom and that you only need to survive because the master, white government, white daddy, zaddy, whatever you call him, has to give you certain social programs. And so if you vote for him and support him, he will give you X. House niggas. 97% of black people are house niggas. I'm not, look, because I'm going to tell you something. If you a field nigga, the first thing you going to understand when you leave the plantation is, well, ain't nobody going to give me nothing. I live on my own. I work. Hey, just let me get my own. I remember, go watch, it's on Showtime. Uncle Tom's Cabin, it came on Showtime. It's on YouTube, but it was an old show. And the guy that played Uncle Tom, because everybody call people Uncle Tom, don't really understand what they're really saying. But you go watch Uncle Tom's Cabin, and the guy was going to give him his freedom, right? And the guy that was going to give him his freedom got killed, right? And they came to the wife, and the guy came in there with his hat in his hand. Yeah, he told me he was going to let me free. Yeah, Harriet Beecher Stowe wrote it, but I'm talking about the movie part, because they had a real great analogy in there. I don't know if it's in the book, but he came in there, he said, yeah, Master told me he's going to give me freedom. You know, and you know what the wife said? I mean, what does he need with freedom? I mean, he can't take care of himself. He needs to stay here with me. I can take care of him. This is how they think. So guys, if you really listening and you have your ears open and you listen to what the Democrats have to say whenever they get out and speak to you guys, they insult the shit out of black folks. You know what they tell us? Well, we need you. You guys need us. You guys need us to feed you. You guys need us to give you clothes, to give, because you're too stupid, nigger. You're too stupid. And if I don't get elected, I can go out there and give you what you need. Instead of saying, no, get the fuck out my way. Let me run my own businesses. Let me run my own industries. Just give me, if anything, give me the tools I need to build. And if I come see, guys, you got to understand what I look at government as. I look at government like everybody sitting at a table, right? We done just went and robbed the bank, because the government is nothing but taking shit by force anyway, right? We done went and robbed the bank, and we got all this money sitting at the table, right? And so what we gonna do is we gonna split the loot, and you got to come in and negotiate what you gonna get. So what's going on in the government right now is everybody sitting at the table slicing up everything. and your ass sitting out on the floor like a dog, and they just throw you a little scraps off the table. That's it. That's all. They just throwing us scraps. Section 8 welfare and food stamps is low seed, bottom feeder programs that I take an insult to whenever the damn white Democrats come and talk to your ass. Those are the first damn things they talking about. They gonna put y'all back in change. They trying to, nigga, you ain't finna scare me with that. Come on with some resources. Come on with something that's gonna benefit me and put me in a position of power. I'm not gonna say shit about Colin Kaepernick today, because I'd have damn near destroyed my child. I'd have lost 100 people. I would have lost 100 people on my damn channel because I dared to challenge Kaepernick. And I'm just joking. I don't really give a damn. If I felt like it, I would. But I really want to talk about this CBC thing. But that's what I'm saying. Like, when they come and talk to black people, the first thing they do is they literally shit on us and insult our intelligence, guys. That's how to see this thing, man. That's what they do. They come in and they literally tell you that they're not going to give us, they're basically, in so many words, that you're not intelligent enough to run your own shit. I'm telling you what I know. I'm telling you what I've heard Democrats say behind closed doors that I've talked to that didn't know I was Democrat, didn't know I wasn't Democrat. I'm telling you what I know. They don't think too high of us. They think we're dumb. They think we need the government, and they never give enough of, and they know it's guys like out here like me and some of y'all that if ever given a into millions. They know that. That's why they don't do it. Come on, man. You think the government doesn't realize? Think about it. Bernie Sanders is out here literally supporting reparations and money and funds going to to Israel, right? But then he literally turns around and says he doesn't support it for black people. Why is that? Why won't he? I mean, he always talking about free education, free this, free that. Why? Well, it's divisive. No, let me tell you something. These people know what the hell you need. They know what needs to be done in the black community. It doesn't take rocket science to see that most of our problems stem from economics. They know. You think Dr. Claude Anderson, you think they don't know? You think Dr. Claude Anderson, they shut out Dr. Claude Anderson. The Democrat, Dr. Claude Anderson was in with the Carter administration. They know. They knew this stuff back 30, 40 years when all of us was in diapers and kids and some of us weren't even born. They knew then. They not going to do it. That's not the purpose of government. The purpose of government is to maintain power. How do you maintain power? You subjugate people and give them just a few scraps of resources to keep them loyal and voting for you. You subjugate the house nigga. You get a house nigga a bed in the attic. You let him eat scraps after everybody got what they want off the plate. Then you let the house nigga come get what he want. That's how you keep black people where they are. Meanwhile, you squeezing and extracting voting, which thereby keeps you in power by inciting fear through racism, telling black people that the Republicans are racist. Look, I don't care. See, once I realized that I didn't care about what a person being racist, it's so liberating. Guys, try it. Please, try it. Stop caring about racism for a day. Just try it. It's so freeing. It is. It's so liberating. You know why? Because I'm not saying that to not be cognizant of the inner workings of what it's doing. I'm not saying be a fool. What I'm saying is when you stop caring about what's in a person's heart, you can literally do business in a sound way. You can literally come to a situation and say, I don't care. You ain't okay. Trump racist. All right. Now what? You don't care? No, I don't. Oh, you're a sellout. Why? The president can't. I had a guy tell me, can't be racist. That's just like every president that have been racist damn near. Even Barack Obama hated black folks. This nigga came to a Morehouse graduation and told them boys to be fathers to their children. Morehouse. I was like, are you serious? You sitting up here talking to a bunch of black boys who have done what it is they need to do to get their education, to get out here and go into society, and you up here talking about don't be a bad deadbeat dad. Like, that's a poorly written speech. You out of touch. You see what I'm saying? But the point I'm trying to make is when it comes to black people in politics, man, we always, it never fails, get the scraps off the table. When it comes now, when I talk to the Jews, I'm talking about reparations. I talk to the Jews, I'm talking about whatever it is that they need for empowerment, right? I talk to the Hispanics, whatever it is they need for empowerment. I talk to the gays, whatever it is they need for empowerment. I talk to black people, is okay. Look, man, vote me in and we'll keep food stamps going. I don't give a damn about no food stamp. Vote me in and I'm gonna do prison reform. I'm gonna help do. Look, man, it's 2.5 million people in prison, period. 2.2 actually million. So how many of those folks are blacks? Let's say half. Okay, so 1 million. It's 45 million blacks. What about the rest of us? Huh? What about the rest of us? So no, I ain't worried about that. What I'm worried about is if you're gonna help us get our situation alleviated financially. Are you gonna help us cut some checks? Are you gonna help us? Like I say, guys, my first house, man, it took me 2 years, struggling, literally, man. I you know, man, struggling, buying wood, like $20 worth of materials at times, scraping when I did half the work on the house by myself, nobody, just me, right? On my first house, I messed around and sell that house. I made $20,000, not a lot, but it was good. It was the most I'd ever made in my life. Then I sold that, and the second house took me a year because it was just some bad, ignorant, you know, youthful choices that I made, not knowing the game, not knowing what I'm doing. So that was a year it took me. I made 50 on my second house. Once I made 50, that's when I started rolling, right? Now, guys, it took me 3 years to get on my feet before I started making money. Why the hell did I owe the government? What did I just tell you? $70,000? Why did I owe the government out of that $70,000 a third of my fucking money? Huh? Is that fair? I'm a black man coming from the hood, coming from where I came from, and starting. I'm not, because I just told you it took me 3 years just to do 2 houses. So if you call that bragging, then you don't, get your life together. Real talk, that's not bragging. But what I'm saying is, it took me 3 years to do that, right? Why the government get to get a third of my damn money, people? Is that fair? See, my thing is, black people, what we need to be concerned about as African Americans is, if and when a brother or sister goes and tries to empower themselves, why not make that easy? That's not the, see, it's easy. Like somebody said right here, somebody said regulations and restrictions. Let's remove those regulations and restrictions so that black people that are trying to better their situation, are trying to move up that ladder of financial freedom, can do it easily. They don't want that. They don't want that. See, guys, I said 3 things yesterday. I'm going to keep saying it. I'm going to keep drilling it. We need to invest in human capital. We need to invest in, I'll call it back. We need to invest in human capital. We need to invest in, damn, she threw my train of thought off. Invest in human capital, invest in a business-friendly environment, and learn how to exploit resources. We can't do either of those 3. We don't really push or facilitate either of those 3. And we don't try to get the government so that we can facilitate those 3. You see what I'm saying? Let's exploit the resources that we do have. For example, why not exploit the resources and say, okay, guys, instead of us worrying about Section 8 welfare and food stamps, given that black people don't pay that much in capital gains, let's suspend it. Let's suspend capital gains for African Americans. I've never heard anybody talk about it. Well, I ain't gonna say never, but that would empower black people fast. You know why? Because then people say, what is capital gains tax? They'll ask. Oh, that's when you invest in the stock market, you make money, or when you flip a house. Oh, you mean to tell me I could flip a house? So a guy like myself, having to pay out of $80,000, I gotta pay $25,000, whatever, in taxes. I get to keep that $25,000. Oh man, that's great, tax free, bro. You know how many black people would get into real estate, get into the stock market, get into anything whereby they will be getting capital gains because they want to say that. It will force a lot of black people to do something. And I know you're like, well, damn, man, that ain't right. I mean, why not just income tax? I'm gonna tell you something. And this has been, studies have shown this. Black people disproportionately don't support or don't invest in their 401k, When a black person makes 75, 80, 90,000, they getting a good high paying job, they put the minimum in damn near every time. This is a fact. We don't invest in that. So that would actually probably incite some people to throw more money in there, especially when they don't have no damn capital gains. See what I'm saying? That's one thing we could do. You know, micro loans is another thing. $10,000 loans, the average $5,000 or less, right? So why not, you know, like when I talked about the NFL having $89 million, that's a lot of money that could have went to microloans or starting a credit union that did microloans. Not based on credit, but based on business plan. You had to have a viable business plan and great financials. Banks will do this every day. They know how to read this stuff. So why not facilitate it through a bank that a government? Just give a bank a certain incentive to do this. This is the type of stuff that, and instead of take certain money out of black programs that they wasted money in and throw that money into those programs. Instead of going Section 8 welfare and food stamps, that shit going to Mexicans. That ain't going to us. That's going to go down to your health department. Go to your health. There's going to be a ton of Mexicans in there. That's who's coming here getting on these programs. See, these are the types of things. Hold on, let me take some back. These are the types of things that I want you guys to pay attention to, man. You know, and so that's the main thing I want to say, man. When we come to the I guess to the table, we don't really think this stuff through. You know what I'm saying? And I think half the time, there. I'm gonna text her back. There we go. All right, so you know, like I said, man, when it comes to politics, we are house niggas, most of us. We got a house nigga mentality when it comes to, because like I said, some of y'all probably just heard it. And you go back, if we go back and look at the government and the way the government is set up, it's just like a plantation. That's why when you hear black conservatives say, man, you know, they hadn't left the plantation, the Democrat plantation. What they're talking about is you guys being stuck in a situation where you're being given certain resources but never enough, which is a Machiavellian principle. I've even heard people, you ever heard people say, oh, that was very Machiavellian of so and so, he did this, he did that. Look at it, Google it, look at the definition of that word. Do you know that they got paintings and statues of this guy all over Washington, D.C.? Maintain power. It's not about your ass. I'm telling you, that's what it is. That is what politics is about. Maintain power. That's it. Power. Look at Nancy Pelosi. Nancy Pelosi's husband got a $700 million government contract. Nancy Pelosi is she's rich, man. That's damn near a billionaire. Right? I know a guy got in. He was a poor guy. He was of the people when he first got in. Went to school with my mom. This guy, a multi-millionaire, that bought up half of West Montgomery. You know what I'm saying? Owns half of the houses over there. One guy, elected official. Right? He got another guy, Joe Reed. Right? This guy had wind. He had insider information that Alabama State was about to expand. So what he did way back in the day is bought up these streets that are no longer around, called Hardaway streets that was right adjacent to Alabama State. He bought up all these little cheap shotgun houses, bought up all of them, right? Alabama State came in and bought him, gave him a premium. This dude made millions. Black dude, Democrat. His son is running for mayor right now. His son, Stephen Reed, ran for probate judge. Didn't tell us shit about who he is, what he stands for. All this nigga did was put some music and some gospel music in the background and show a picture of him and this is the type, and I got to blame the constituency. I can't blame him. I cannot blame him. You know what I'm saying? I blame us. I blame black people for being lazy, intellectually lazy, not willing to do our research into who the hell we support, and blindly supporting and voting straight Democrat ticket. I went to vote one time, and this guy came to me and just gave me a piece of paper, assuming I'm just gonna vote straight. Hey, here you go. This who you're supposed to vote for. Literally, I kid you not. And them niggas, I'm sitting there watching, And them niggas just take, okay, all right, so this, okay. Everybody, nobody was mad. Nobody got offended. I looked at it, it was just Democrat. I'm like, are you fucking serious? Are you fucking serious? This is the type of shit we see in the black community. This is Montgomery. Montgomery gonna probably fuck around, be the next Detroit. If they put that nigga, any black Democrat in, it's gonna go down the toilet. The girl that's running against my brother, Democrat to the core, she pro-homosexual, LGBT, they done got to her. See, let me tell you what's going on. My brother, they know my brother ain't with that shit. They trying to fly a gay flag over Montgomery. I'm telling you what's going on. They trying to get that shit injected into Montgomery public schools. Oh, they want to make it mandatory to teach gay history right there, right in Alabama, in the Bible Belt. This is what they doing. And guess what? That chick that's running against him, she with it. If she gets in, a lot of the shit they want to implement in the city, they're going to be able to implement because she got in. Why? Because a lot of these black women are allies to this LGBT shit. I'm sorry. A lot of them are. A lot of black women don't give a damn. They don't. They don't give a damn about that shit. The morality of it. They don't give a fuck. Sorry. Probably take offense to that. If you're not with it, then I'm not talking about you. But a lot of sisters I know have met and are on Facebook are very pro-homosexual. They throwing money behind that chick campaign and everything, trying to get my brother out of there. Why? Because when she get in, there a lot of that shit. He holding a lot of that shit back. Him and another couple of guys, right? The white guys in the white district, right? And him, and they upset because he black. Like he snuck in. He a Trojan horse. That's what they said. He was a Trojan horse. He snuck in. He's a Republican. Like, well, shit. I mean, and you can, like I told you guys, if you just got here, man, my brother went out there, implemented charter schools. My brother actually did that in Montgomery, actually got it. They sued him. The teachers union sued him. It's so many parents, black parents. See, this is the shit y'all don't hear. This is what the media won't let y'all see. The media is 90% liberal. That's facts, right? So the media in the city don't like my brother, right? My brother went and got put together a West Side coalition. Went down when he first got it. This is like his first year. He got in. He went in and he went through the West Side. He drove. Hey, so and so just got elected. You're in my district. I'm your city councilman now. I see a lot of these business. I kid you not. I was in the car when he did it one time. I see a lot of these guys. He went to the little small shopping center, about 3 stores, and went there and talked to all 3 of them. And told them, like, look, man, I see you guys going on. What could the city do to help you guys? And try to drum up some business in this area because this area is dying. And everybody was like, man, I'm so glad. You know, I used to call so-and-so. He never would answer the phone. Democrat. Been in there 16 years. The nigga been in there 16 years. 16. Right? Black dude. Right? This dude would not answer the phone from like the guy that owned a major shopping mall in his district. He wouldn't even answer the phone when the guy would call him. The day my brother got elected, this guy came to him. Normandale Shopping Center is the name of it. I'm telling you what happened. The guy called my brother, said, hey, man, I got this shopping center, So what we doing now is, and I don't really talk about this shit because it's taking so long, but what we trying to do and redo it and make it like real beautiful and bring in like palm trees and really redo this place and bring in some major retailers right there in the middle of West Montgomery. We're going to do entertainment, all that. That's what we trying to do. This is what my brother trying to do. They trying to look at what CBC kind of, I'm going to be honest with you guys, there's a part of me file what I'm about to say, but this is just how Democrats in and they destroy it. Because I'm sorry, wherever black elected officials have been put in, it has been destroyed. Right now, they running black folks out of Atlanta right now. Y'all don't even know it. Keisha Lance Bottoms is horrendous. I'm sorry. She's terrible. Terrible. She hate Trump so much. She made Atlanta a sanctuary city. She hate Trump so much. She going out having drag queens read to children. This is this lady. Anybody that gets in Atlanta is like that. Kasim Reed got mad at a dude, a fireman, that wrote a book that was pro-marriage, pro-heterosexual marriage, and they've got the guy fired. Kasim, any Democrat that gets in is like that. These Democrats, I'm telling you, Democrats have done more damage. You look at Baltimore, you look at DC, you look at, and what happens is when, like, for example, in DC, the education system, there's this Asian lady got in, She changed the education system and brought charter schools to DC. And they literally started testing higher. The numbers went better, everything. What happened? They got our ass out of there. Hurricane Katrina, New Orleans. What happened? They got rid of, when Katrina hit, they opened up a lot of charters because the Democrats was fighting them. Right after Katrina, they got that charter stuff through, and a lot of schools opened up and gave kids options. Anytime you give somebody an option, it's better. Okay? I'm not saying that I'm a Republican. I'm not saying that, damn it, if I am, so what? If I am Republican. I'm not, because there's some stuff about Republicans I don't like. The actual Republican Party. But conservatively, I'm probably 90% Republican. Be real talk. When it comes down to it, I'm for small. I'm like Ron Paul type guy. I am. That was my guy, Ron Paul. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sorry, I listen to a lot of this stuff. I hear people talking. And I'm like, man, y'all don't really, like, I listen to people and they talk about this Democrat. That's why half the people I like, people make anti-Trump videos. I don't even watch them. I'm subscribed to one of my favorite YouTubers. I can't watch his anti-Trump videos. Because sometimes he'll make a title and you won't know what it is and you click on it. Yeah, Trump, fuck Trump, Trump going to jail. And I was like, okay, I'm not going to watch this video. You know what I'm saying? I get tired of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, when are black people going to understand more politically nuanced and more politically sophisticated to where we understand the ebb and flow of power in politics in Washington? Black people, let me tell you something. Washington is not built for us to be up here just trying to get scraps off the table. Washington is built for you to come and be smart and play the game. And playing the game is doing things that seem counterintuitive. That's just the bottom line. Voting for getting rid of government programs or getting rid of a lot of Section 8 welfare and food stamps seems counterintuitive for the black community because a lot of black people are dependent on government programs. But if you get rid of these government programs, what that will do in turn is that will place us in a position where women, for example, would have to depend on a man. Our dating would turn around. I'm telling you guys right now, half the shit we bitching about on YouTube, these guys are making videos, black women, this, black. Get rid of a lot of these government programs. Get rid of this shit. Actually, do you guys understand most black women work for the government? Like, think this shit through for a second. If you shrink the government, get rid of all these bureaucracies, a lot of these black women will become unemployed. You're like, well, damn, how we gonna get jobs? Well, first of all, I'm gonna tell you guys a dirty little secret. This is facts. Our best and brightest have been co-opted and siphoned out of our communities, and they work in Silicon Valley. They work in major tech firms. They work, the black people, the inventors, the Andrew Carnegies of the black community, the John Rockefellers of the black community, the guys that will create our companies. You know what I'm saying? They say necessity is the mother of invention. So yeah, let's get rid of these programs. And yes, for about a decade or two, things will be horrible. I agree. See, I said the name of the game is doing things that are counterintuitive, because what's going to happen or seem to be counterintuitive to your cause. So you get rid of these government programs, you get rid of the government stuff that we trying to have in our situation in our communities. And what'll happen is, in the long run, after that 10-year run of pain and suffering, because we've been on crack, we go through our withdrawal symptoms, right? Women would first of all start saying, okay, I can't give you this coochie nigga unless you got a job. I can't give you this coochie nigga unless you can pay some bills and help pay for these, take care of these children. I can't just get divorced from my husband because I don't like this or like that, because he ain't got a big dick, or what he ain't what I want. And so-and-so got a big dick, so I'm gonna leave this nigga. Like see, you can be like that when you got all types of government programs. When you can be like that when your ass work for the government. But if you shrink the government, a lot of times we need each other. Black women and black men would then need each other. Well, black women would need black men. Black men don't got shit coming from the government half the time, except some damn prison program. Most of the time, most. So what happened is the black family would actually benefit from a smaller government. A lot of shit that would need women would actually hold. See, if women didn't have all these programs and shit, and they really had to be independent for real, oh no, that shit could be cut down quick. They'll get rid of that independent shit quick. A lot of women. I know women that get child support. Your ass getting $1,500 a month child support, talking about you independent. You pay your rent off that child support. You know what you're doing. You got 2 kids getting $700-800 a piece from each child because the daddy work here, one daddy. I know a chick just like that. She gets $1,500 a month child support, and she pretty much feel like I'm straight. She talk all that shit. You know what I'm saying? This is where I'm at with it, man. That's what I'm saying. I agree. Phasing out and getting people off this shit. We are on crack right now, man. The black community is on crack, the crack of government. Off that government tip, what will happen is in time, we will stand up and be a strong, viable community like we once were. Right? We actually were more viable, strong. The economy was smaller back then. So we didn't really see the benefit of it. The economy is much larger now. So if black people were to become like we were in the 40s, for example, in this economy, shit, man, black people would be straight. We'll be running this damn country. We would rival the damn Jews, man. We really would. We would be competing with their ass. We can do that. I don't think they just where they are because they got the highest IQs. Bullshit. IQ ain't got nothing. I don't believe IQ has any. I see people with lower IQs be successful and become millionaires. That IQ argument is just some white supremacists. Basically, in so many ways, we're better than you type. That's the we better than you argument. I'm literally better than you. That's that Stefan Molyneux, who is a Jew. I'm sorry, small hat. I'm sorry. He's a small hat. So that's the way it works, man. You know what I'm saying? But guys, I'm almost at work. I just really wanted to kind of come in and pour that out today. I just wanted to say that black people have to learn how to, like, when I see the CBC saying stuff like that, why did this lady get elected? Who's her constituency? And if she gets reelected, this lady gets elected, how the hell she get up there and even can fix her mouth to say something like that? Huh? Who are the black people that will vote somebody in like that? Who are the black people that will vote a guy in who literally has businesses trying to contact him in his district and he ignores them? Doesn't answer the phone. Everybody I know said he didn't answer the phone. He didn't talk to nobody. They was shooting outside this old lady. All types of people wanted roads paved, red lights, grass cut, houses torn down. These are things that my brother does all the time. It's a full-time job for him. It's a lot of houses that got tore down in this district. He implemented. They wasn't even tearing them houses down till he got in there. Over the last 4 years, they done tore down a lot of vacant, abandoned houses. I'd rather see a field in a community than a damn house leaning in the roof than sunk in. Vacant with the windows shot out, which is what these Planet of the Apes niggas do. That's what they do. You know what I'm saying? So I listened to Obsidian yesterday call them park apes. I'm sorry. I think that's another thing. My brother passed an ordinance with the city where if you have a house and within a 2-year period, they call the police out to your house over 2 years, what'll happen is that house, the landlord has to pay a fine. And all these white landlords came down there and was upset because they own the hood. You see what I'm saying? And they know they got some war zone niggas they leasing their house to. But because they get Section 8 from them niggas, they don't really care. See what I'm saying? So when you get rid of Section 8, them niggas actually have to pay rent. What would that do? If you get rid of Section 8, what would that do for the black community? You like, man, a lot of people be homeless. Not the fuck they wouldn't. Not they wouldn't. That lady sitting her ass in there watching Prices Right every day, she'll get off her ass and go get a job. Or she'll go sleep with a nigga next time that actually gonna pay some bills. So a lot of the brothers that's complaining, I don't even want a woman that's like that, but I'm just saying, if about women getting with thugs, the thug is an invention of the government. There wouldn't be no damn thug. That's why they call the gun the Saturday night special. Because your ass had to go to work Monday through Friday. You know what I'm saying? But they call it the Saturday night special because niggas gonna be at work Monday through Friday. And Saturday night, nigga might act a fool. That's why you got your Saturday night special. This is the type of stuff I'm talking about, man. You know, I don't think we really weigh all this stuff out. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to go in. Y'all have a good one. I enjoyed this, man. Be up, straight up. See y'all.